Before age 5, most parents are quietly worried about one thing even if they don't say it out loud, and that worry is whether their child is learning enough. Everywhere you look, there are alphabet charts, counting apps, flashcards, and videos promising early intelligence. It can feel like if your child isn't recognizing letters or numbers early, they're somehow falling behind. But here is something deeply important and surprisingly calming that many parents never hear clearly enough. Before age 5, your child's brain is not designed to grow through ABCs in 123 seconds. It's designed to grow through something far more powerful, far more natural, and far more available to you than any educational tool. What your child needs most in these early years is not academic input, but a foundation that makes all future learning possible. And when you understand this, a lot of pressure simply falls away. In the first 5 years of life, a child's brain is building its basic wiring. This is the period when the brain is deciding how safe the world feels, how relationships work, how emotions are regulated, and how attention and curiosity develop. Letters and numbers are symbols, and symbols only matter once the brain is ready to use them. Before that readiness exists, pushing symbols doesn't speed anything up. In many cases, it actually adds noise. The brain at this age is not asking, "What is the alphabet?" It is asking, "Am I safe? Am I seen? Can I explore? Does someone respond when I reach out?" These questions are not emotional extras. They are biological requirements for healthy brain development. When a child feels emotionally safe, their brain releases chemicals that support growth, memory, and learning. When a child feels pressured, rushed, or constantly evaluated, the brain shifts into a protective mode. In that mode, learning becomes shallow and fragile. This is why so many children who can recite letters early still struggle later with focus, confidence, or emotional regulation. The foundation underneath was never fully built. The brain learned how to perform, but not how to feel secure while learning. What children under 5 truly need instead of ABCs is connection, not structured lessons, not constant instruction, but warm, responsive, predictable connection with the adults around them. Connection is what teaches the brain how to calm down, how to pay attention, how to try again after frustration, and how to trust curiosity instead of fear. Every time you respond to your child's voice, look into their eyes, mirror their emotions, or simply sit with them while they explore, you are strengthening the neural systems that later allow reading, math, and problem solving to come naturally. This doesn't mean talking less or engaging less. It means engaging differently. When you talk to your child without quizzing them, when you narrate life instead of testing knowledge, you are giving their brain language in a way it can actually use. Language before age 5 is not about memorizing symbols. It's about rhythm, tone, back and forth exchange, and meaning. A child who hears rich, responsive language develops stronger comprehension, even if they can't name a single letter yet. Comprehension always comes before decoding. Understanding always comes before labeling. Play is another essential need that often gets misunderstood. Play is not a break from learning. For a young brain, play is learning. Through play, children experiment with cause and effect, practice emotional regulation, test social roles, and develop creativity. When a child stacks blocks and knocks them down, they are not wasting time. They are learning physics, patience, frustration tolerance, and persistence. When a child pretends, they are practicing abstract thinking, which is the same skill required later for reading comprehension and math reasoning. Movement is equally important. A brain that moves well learns well. Crawling, climbing, running, and even fidgeting all help the brain organize itself. Movement builds the connections between different brain regions, especially those involved in attention and self-control. This is one reason children who are allowed to move freely often sit and focus better later on. The brain learns regulation through the body first, not through instruction. Another thing children under 5 need far more than ABCs is emotional attunement. This means having an adult who notices their feelings and responds with calm presence. When a child cries and is comforted, their brain is learning how to return to balance. When a child gets angry and is guided rather than punished, their brain is learning how to handle strong emotions without fear. These experiences wire the nervous system for resilience. A child who feels emotionally supported is far more ready to learn academics later because their energy is not tied up in survival. Routine also plays a powerful role. Predictable routines help a child's brain feel safe. When the brain knows what comes next, it doesn't have to stay on high alert. This frees up mental space for exploration and curiosity. Simple routines around sleep, meals, play, and connection do more for learning readiness than any early worksheet ever could. Sleep, especially, is not optional for brain growth. During sleep, the brain organizes information, strengthens connections, and clears stress chemicals. A well-rested brain learns easily. A tired brain struggles, no matter how good the curriculum is. It is also important to understand that early academic pressure can quietly send the wrong message to a child's brain. When children sense that love or approval is linked to performance, even subtly, their motivation shifts. Instead of learning for curiosity, they begin learning for safety. This can lead to anxiety, avoidance, or perfectionism later on. When learning is rooted in connection rather than expectation, children approach challenges with confidence instead of fear. None of this means that letters and numbers are bad. It simply means they are not the priority before age 5. When children are developmentally ready, symbols are picked up quickly and with joy, often without formal teaching. A child who has a strong emotional, social, and neurological foundation doesn't struggle to learn ABCs. They absorb them. The earlier years were spent building the brain that can handle symbols, not forcing symbols onto a brain that wasn't ready. Many parents feel relief when they hear this, followed by a quiet question: "Am I already doing this?" In most cases, the answer is yes. Talking to your child, comforting them, playing with them, letting them explore, responding to their emotions, creating routines, and simply being present are exactly what their brain needs. These things don't look impressive on paper, but they are powerful in the brain. They are the invisible work that makes visible learning possible later. If you ever feel pressure to push academics early, it helps to remember this simple truth: learning is not a race, and the brain does not reward early speed. It rewards strong foundations. Children who feel safe, connected, and curious are not behind. They are prepared to learn deeply, confidently, and sustainably. Before age 5, your child doesn't need ABCs or 123 seconds to become capable, intelligent, and successful. They need connection that calms their nervous system, play that builds flexible thinking, movement that organizes their brain, language that feels alive, and emotional safety that teaches them the world is a good place to explore. These are not soft skills. They are the core skills. And if no one has told you this clearly enough yet, let this land gently. You do not need to do more. You do not need to push harder. You do not need to turn childhood into a classroom. By showing up, by responding, by playing, by comforting, and by being present, you are already giving your child what their brain needs most. The alphabet can wait. The numbers will come. But the sense of safety, confidence, and curiosity you build now will last a lifetime.